Hello and welcome to the Battling Barrow. It's winter. You might want to play a winter themed game. It's coming up to Christmas. You might want something with a sort of game that's a bit festive. So I'm going to have a look at this for you. This is an adventure for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, and it's, I'd say this is a festive themed game. It is called the Spirit of Mondstille. And what's better than a ghost story at Christmas, and this is what this provides, as well as a goblin in a somewhat Father Christmas type costume now, almost. What's going on? Have a look, shall we? So yeah, here it is. I've printed mine off. Unfortunately my printer's running out of ink, so it's probably the cover looks way better than what you're seeing here, but I printed it out. I'm just stapling it for now, just so I can use it and run it. So we have credits, contents, even on an adventure like this. Cubicle 7 adventures are beautifully laid out. That's what I want in an adventure. We cover a bit about Mondstille itself. Now, this is effectively, they say it's the winter solstice. It's effectively Christmas. We even have a Yule log, blessings, and gift giving, so this is why I thought it was appropriate to do it this month, go over this month. But not everyone knows about the Warhammer world, and so we cover this. In fact, I don't think there's only like one paragraph about Mondstille in a book that's ever been published. I think that was for the 2nd edition Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. There was a book to do with clerics and priests and what have you, like religion. And there was just one paragraph in there, as I remember. Let me know if I'm wrong, of course, in the comments. But I think there was only one sort of short paragraph about this. So this expands upon that. Originally, I should point out, I think this was written by Clive Oldfield for the 3rd edition. And it was available online for free, maybe. I have a vague recollection of that. And so this is being redone for 4th edition, because obviously the 3rd edition used cards and dice, which are not really compatible with 4th. So yeah, we can go over that. Then we got the background, how to get, what's going on with the story. So this starts off with a guy called Ernst Coda, Coda, I don't know what that, someone tell me how to pronounce that, I don't know. Anyway, he is left town here and he's going to take a legal document up into the mine and some money, but he's got lost along the way. So you're hired by someone to travel up here to find him. So the first part of the adventure is just getting you, that's the background here, getting you going. And then you could encounter, so this is rolling some success levels, doing some tests, see if you find him, or depending how well you do, you either find him or you don't, but there's a chance you get waylaid by fatigued and hungry cold goblins. Then a storm hits, but you don't have enough time to get back to here because you're over here sometime. Then you make your way over to this settlement here, Cup Fertile. And if you don't, the DM has a bit of a sort of a push here where the guy who owns the guest house there will be out hunting for goblins or find these goats or something. So you'll find players and push them in this direction if you like, or they'll just naturally find themselves there. Once there, it's now Mondstille Eve, and so you are going to be welcomed into the place. I should point out, yeah, there are going to be spoilers in this. I should point this out at the top. I'm covering this from a GM point of view, so if you're a player, what are you watching this for? Why would you watch this kind of video? If you're a GM, carry on. So yeah, what happened is it's a husband and wife are running it with their 2 daughters. The father of the wife, Joseph Fluke, has recently passed away, and he left his guest house in his will to his other daughter, who is missing. He comes back as a ghost due to various reasons, and he's dismayed to find out that his daughter and her husband are running it, and not his daughter Anthea. Anthea, unbeknownst to him, Anthea has got a chaos mutation where her skin has gone transparent, so she now lives in the cellar. not in a nasty evil way, but just to make sure that the family that run it, what they call the Lurkins, Rutger and Matilda Lurkin, are worried about witch hunters finding this mutant, because they can't. It's her sister. You don't want to be nasty and kill your own sister, but so they're harbouring a mutant. So they're a bit worried, so keeping it on the down low. So when our guests come, they sort of turn up to this, with these guys being a bit not shifty, but there could be, it sort of says here, characters might not trust them because of this. Might suspect something going on and what have you. The kids always holding hands and say the same thing at the same time, even though they're not twins, and that's spooky. It reminds me of The Shining, which again, trapped in a lodge, a hotel in the winter by the snow. Yeah, has that sort of Shining vibe going on with it. And then so it explains the different characters. Poor Joseph, being a new ghost, he's not that good at it. So there is some sort of comedy in his hauntings to come. So it goes over all the key players here, stats, gives you a breakdown of the house with a map. For me, I don't know. I think there is a bit of an issue here with the map, because we're talking about letters up here. So we've got numbers here. I don't know if this is going to be ever sorted. And we have letters up here where it's got sort of a breakdown of what these are. Great. And we have key here 1 to 8. Great. Then it sort of says 8 outdoors. Yeah, okay. But then 6, it says are the guest rooms. But the guest rooms are G up here. And 6 on the map here is the garden. So this is very confusing. So then when we get to find out, wait, where's the garden? It doesn't really what? Where's it's just generally in the outdoors bit. So there is a garden, little more than a patch of poor soil. But that's 8 here. But we're talking about over here. And what about here? 7. What is 7? Goats. Fence field. It doesn't really talk about. There's some goats here, so it's all lumped into here. I don't understand that. That's 8. Why not have 6, 7 here, and there may be a section here for the upper floor? Because then the guest rooms are 6, but where is 6 on this map? What does it mean by that? I know now G. If you look here, G is the guest room. So this was actually area 6, but it's G, but 6 is down here. So I don't like that. That was very confusing. Got my head round it in the end. Then we talk about Mondstille Eve, which is when we arrive into all what's happening. And this is where part 2 is where the adventure begins proper. So the first thing is the characters are going to be in the guest rooms, unpacking their stuff and unwinding before dinner. We have our first haunting, which is just Joseph just messing about and moving an object from here to there, and the players have a chance to catch it or not. Then there's the second haunting, so we move down to dinner. So there's that haunting here. And then charades. What is Christmas without charades? So there's all games and music here and the blessings. So this is where the sort of Christmassy bit comes in. We play charades, but of course, not many people read books or see plays in the sort of sticks of the Empire. So one of the most famous books that everyone has read is effectively the Bible, but in this case, it's the Life of Sigmar. So you're going to be charading Life of Sigmar. So this is, if you were going to play it, you wanted to not role play and play out. You just wanted to go through it. You can see here that this character is going to pick the Life of Sigmar. This character here is also going to pick the Life of Sigmar. And you will see that book being charaded quite a bit. And a lot of time, because everyone's read it, I think it mentions here, characters goes and join him. It's somewhere in here where it talks about, here it is. No, I can't, I've lost it now. But it's this little joke of, it's 4 words, and then instantly, as soon as you say that, people guess, is it the Life of Sigmar? Yes, you've got it. It's almost Father Ted and doing the charading of the Bible. I believe there was an episode similar to that. Haunting 3 is not a haunting as such. There's a loud noise that the players investigate in the middle of the night, and it is in fact one of the earlier mentioned hungry fatigued goblins. has broken in and is eating all the food for tomorrow's feast, tomorrow's food, tomorrow's Mondstille dinner, and so the players can deal with him as they see fit. Well, Mondstille Day now. Before anything happens, Rutger goes on patrol to find the goblins that have been sort of surrounding the area. Players can go with him or not. There are more hauntings which will lead to the will being discovered, and this is as the hauntings are meant to slowly but surely unfold the mystery of the fact there is a rightful heir sister who is now a mutant in the cellar. Which is going on. It's a good story. There is one here as well. This picture. Where's I think it's the second haunting here. There's a picture on the wall, which at first players might assume it's of two girls. They might assume it's these ones until they realise it is in fact a picture of Matilda and Anthea as kids rather than that. So that's leading the fact there's a sister missing and what have you. Picture, but then that picture will get burnt as the fifth haunting, and it escalates, ramps up, because this is a Christmas ghost story. What is Christmas without a Christmas ghost story? And the BBC, when they were good, used to do ghost stories at Christmas every year. I had the DVD box set, which I'll be watching soon because I love those. And this sort of ties into that, as well as sort of very Dickensian with ghost stories. Not just Christmas Carol, of course. He made many other ghost stories, including another Christmas-themed ghost story, The Goblin and the Sexton. Interesting. Let me know if you read that one in the comments down below. And we have the feast itself, because it's Christmas. Mondstille. We have a big feast. And then, during the feast, the final haunting happens that really escalates, and the players might end up down into the cellar, finding out there was a mutant down there. They might be witch hunters themselves as player characters. They might have to sort this mutant out down there, or they could be with the family and protect their secret. It's up to them. It's there's no, and that's pretty much it, if you like. I say that's pretty much it. There might be. I love the fact that it could be a few months later, the ramifications of players' actions will come to fruition, and how to award the experience points for how well they did. What I absolutely love about Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay Adventures are, if you like narrative games, sometimes people try and shoehorn narrative games into D&D, when really D&D is at best a detailed dungeon crawler. And over the years people have shoehorned narrative stuff into it, but just go and play a game like this, or Call of Cthulhu if you like. Well, narrative is front and centre, and that's what this is. And you notice there's no dungeon crawl in here, there's no tactical map. The only map you got is this one, and something that I haven't got here that is printed out is a handout. I've got mine ready for my players, so we have the handout of the map. This handout of the area here without all the locations on, you can give to the map, and a copy of the Will and Testament. So yeah, there's no actual tactical map. The players are pretty much free to do what they want and go where they want, and it's very narrative based. So I really like that about Warhammer Fantasy Adventures, particularly the Cubicle 7 ones. Very festively themed in its feelings about it, even though it's not Christmas, it's Mondstille. As you're going to be playing it, you're going to be feeling that vibe, that Christmassy vibe. So I'm going to do a let's play of this. It'll be on the channel so you see how it plays. But for now, that's it until the next video. Let me know if you played this, let me know if you want to play this down in the comments. Let's have a discussion about it. Until next time guys, happy Mondstille, stay safe, take care, bye bye.